Amen. We were in uh, one of our end of the year conferences, and it was brought up about our youth and our young adults, how we were going to effectively reach them again. I shared with some of the leaders some things that we wanted to do, even taking the rest of this year on Saturdays to go back into the homes of some of them, visit them to entrust or try to entrust the parents to send them back to Sunday school and various different ministries. Normally on second Sunday, our youth are singing and participating. And so it's in that vein that we had the honor of sitting down, my wife and I, with the best way I can call it is Miss Flame. Her name is Camesha. She is definitely different. She's not a pastor. She's not a preacher. She's a social media frenzy. I see how she's looking at me now. She's nervous about what I'm going to say that she is or is not, but we're going to let her introduce herself. But we wanted to put emphasis to our youth, our young adults, because we just believe that this young lady has a story to share and a story to tell. So many were interested in coming. Perhaps they are viewing us live. I know some because I'm looking at some of the people that are here on our live screen. And so we thank you guys for visiting us. But I just want to bring her up in her own way. Kevin, do you have something to? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Yes, he does. After Kevin is finished, we'll be in the hands of none other than Flame, Camesha. Her story, her journey is going to bless us. So if you don't mind, just holler out, Flame, let the Lord use you.
Hello, everyone, especially hello, youth. I had a lot of stuff I wanted to say, a lot of stuff written down, a lot of stuff my soon-to-be fiance coached me on, but that ain't gonna work. Nobody came to see you, Otis. I'm just gonna tell y'all a little bit about my journey. My journey is I came from being a non-believer to being a soon-to-be first lady of a church. It don't get no more of a testimony than that. It was a point where I described my relationship with God as that of a strained relationship with a boyfriend. When I was 19 years old, I got pregnant. And I was in college, and I felt like, yeah, I messed up, I made a mistake. But I'm in college, everything is gonna be all right. Probably about 7 months pregnant, finals, I get rushed to the hospital, have my daughter, and I did everything right, I thought. Went to all my doctor's appointments. I went to everything that I needed to do. And when I got ready to have my daughter, things went awry. It just didn't go the way I thought it was gonna go. It was not my fault. It was not my daughter's fault. It was something that was left in the hands of the doctors, and it just worked out. And my daughter doesn't walk or talk. That was a faith-shaking incident for me. I was like, all these years people tell you God is so great. He's so good. He's so perfect. Why would he leave me like this? I'm 19 years old. I got friends, smoke weed, drink, party, kick it all the time. All I did was go to school in college to be a nurse, and you leave me with a child that can't walk and talk, and I'm 19 years old. How fair are you to me, God? I was angry, mad, and I stayed mad for a long time. And people told me, oh, you can't be mad at God. And I used to always say, ain't no use in me sitting up here lying. If I'm mad, he know I'm mad. What I'ma lie to him for? He know for I know I was mad. He know the minute I got mad, he knew. So what I'ma lie for? And then people tell you, he only put, see, all the stuff people tell you is real cute when you ain't in the moment. It's real cute when you ain't sitting right there in it. When you ain't in the trenches, oh, it's real nice to hear all the cliche stuff. He don't put too much on you, you can't bear. You strong enough to handle this. When you ain't feeling strong, you're weak sideways, you're sweating, you got one shoe on, you're crying all night, and you can't sleep. You don't want to hear that. I 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 want to know why you put me in this situation, why you left me, why you said you wasn't going to leave me and you left me. And it took me a long time to figure out, oh, I wasn't fooling with church. Oh, you should have seen me. Preacher, go on, get away from me. I ain't got time for this. It's finna be a hot girl summer. I wish the Lord would save me right now. I'm trying to kick it. Church folks ain't no fun. I ain't got time for them. Boy, about 10, 12 years later, he sent this old big ill fool in my life. Out of all the men in the world, Lord gonna send me a preacher. That's how I know he got a sense of humor. Me, the first lady of somebody's church. Now, mind you, me, James Flame, used to be a rapper on the microphone, cussing every weekend. At the club, popping bottles. You gonna send me a preacher to go to boring church every Sunday. Ain't no fun. I ain't wearing no skirt down to my knees. I ain't wearing no J. Renee's. I'm not gonna do it. I ain't going to church on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Turn around, go back Monday. Prayer line on Tuesday. I ain't got time. They be in church all the time. Lord, why you gonna do this to me, Lord? I can't kick it. Church folks ain't no fun. I learned different. They still ain't that much fun. Ain't fun. But they kind of fun. But back to my story. I felt like he had left me. I felt like it wasn't fair. So, you left me, I'm going to leave you. I don't want to be bothered with you, Lord. You don't want to be bothered with me. You did me bad, I'm going to do you bad. I'm from the streets. You do me wrong, I'm going to do you wrong. And I just did not want to have nothing to do with church. My faith was shaking. Shaking. I despised everything about church on Sundays. I was a part of the so-called woke movement. Till I met Pastor. And I will never forget Alfonso Hires. He's the first person since I was feeling this way that ever asked one simple question that nobody in all them years ever asked me. He was on FaceTime with Pastor, and he wanted to meet Pastor's new girlfriend because he was nosing. He had been trying to figure out who I was. He was searching social media, and he needed to know why Pastor was smiling so much and why he wasn't wearing them big suits no more. Because, you know, Pastor used to dress like Steve Harvey. But, you know, I came along, and now he don't dress like that no more. He be fly. You see them J's. That's all me right there. He used to be so. Haas wanted to know who is the young lady making Pastor fly again. So he put me on FaceTime. So Pastor told him that I was agnostic. Meanwhile, Pastor knew that I was agnostic, and he never strayed away from me. He never said, I'm not going to date you. And agnostic meant that I believed in God, but my faith was shaken, so I didn't believe anything under that. I didn't believe anything below that. I believe there was a higher power, but I didn't have time for nothing else because I was mad at God. So Hires got on FaceTime. I ain't see nothing but teeth, white teeth. And he said, "Oh, so you the new lady." And then he said, "I heard about you." And then he said, "So what church you go to?" I said, "I don't go to church. I'm agnostic." And Hires stopped and he did not judge me. I had been damned to hell about 1,000,000 times because people don't even understand what I was saying. They just assumed that I said I was agnostic, that I didn't believe in God. So they already had put me in hell. I had been flamed up numerous times. I guess I had the perfect name, Flame. Hires looked at me on FaceTime and said, "So what happened to you that made you feel this way?" And that's the first time anybody had ever took the time to ask me what made me feel that way. And at that time, the rebuilding began. And I began to open up and I started to listen. And I began to be apt to being taught. There is nothing wrong. And we grow up with the thoughts in our head that you ain't supposed to question God, you ain't supposed to question this, and you ain't supposed to question that, because that's what they lead us to believe. But you need to understand everything that you question, and that is for your leader to do. I just so happen to have someone placed in my life that could answer every question or refer me to somewhere that could answer everything that I needed to. And if I didn't, God placed him and a strong enough support system around me to help me. And that time, the rebuilding began. And inadvertently, blessings just began to fall upon me. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't figure out where it was taking me. I was like, I can't stand behind this pulpit because this ain't me. I didn't know where it was taking me. I didn't know where I was going. I just knew I had a purpose. And my purpose was that is so many young people that we getting left behind in this church thing. We letting people that judge us when we walk through these doors because we dress like me. You look like me. You talk like me. We like to have fun. Or you just may not be perfect. You rough around the edges. That roughness is going to make you so much more beautiful in the end. Don't let nobody's perception of you shake your faith or make you feel indifferent about your relationship with God. Your relationship with God is your relationship with God. It ain't got nothing to do with these folks that have been on these pews for 20 years. Just because they sin different from you, don't mean that they got a VIP ticket to heaven. Some of them going to hell too. Some of them they sitting on the front pew, some of them going to hell too. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't have no relationship with God because you look different, because you dress different, because you ain't coming here in a 3-piece suit, because your jeans got some holes in them, because you stood in the J line. Don't let nobody tell you because you went to the club the night before that you can't praise him the next morning. Don't let nobody tell you because you are different, you don't deserve to be here. You earn your seat at this table. They can't. I'm telling you, when I got up here, baby. Okay, I'm going to tell you, when I first got in this church thing, it was like a gang. They ain't want to let me in. When I tell you, they took me down through there. They ain't want to let me up in here. I wasn't worthy. I wasn't a typical first lady. I ain't going to never be the typical first lady. Never. Ain't going to be me. Sorry. I'm sorry. Y'all going to have to take me to first lady boot camp. I don't know all the Bible verses. I be messing them up like Medea sometimes. I'm not perfect. I'm never going to be perfect. But one thing I do know is we losing a lot of the youth because a lot of the older people won't let us in for judgment. Sometimes you got to give up that seat and let the young folks sit down because they the next generation. These church doors gonna close if y'all don't open up y'all arms to these young folks. You got to. Because I was beat down when I first got with Pastor. I hid for 6 months our relationship because I didn't want the judgment of him because of me. I hid. And I kept telling him we would sneak and go places and go out to dinner. We would go to Mississippi. We would go to Pensacola. I ain't want nobody to know we was dating. He didn't care. He didn't care. I was like, Lord, if they see us together, Lord, your ministry, I'm glad you got your own church, because if you was in somebody's church, they'll throw you out on your head like Fresh Prince and Jazzy Jill. They'll throw you out the church. But he didn't care. All I want the young folks to know is that your relationship with God is just your relationship with God. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. It ain't got nothing to do with your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your cousin. Your relationship with God is your relationship with God. And just like we take time out to get your sew in, to get your wig done, to get your dress done, to get your shoes, to get your J's, to get your Talonis, to get everything, you can take time on Sundays to spend some time with God. It ain't nothing but a couple of hours out your day. Ain't nothing but a couple of hours out your day. And we need to rebuild the church back. You got to. If you got to tell your homeboy, if he in the streets, just like you got your homeboys out here, they doing crazy stuff, you can invite them to the club, you can invite them everywhere, but you can't invite them to church with you. If your homeboy can't come to church with you, he can't go to the club with you. If you can't kick it with me at the church, you can't kick it with me on a regular day. You ain't really my homeboy. So all I want everybody to do is just be yourself. I ain't trying to be like nobody else. I probably ain't gonna never be prim and proper like these ladies. I really don't know what that little cloth they be wearing over their skirts in the front when they be too short. I don't know what that is. I don't know how to shout too good. You know, I be trying to feel it. You know, your first lady, I hang out with Alicia because she cool, but they be doing some first lady stuff that I ain't got to that level yet. I'm still a level 1 Christian. I know some of the 10 Commandments. I don't know all of them straight off the top of my head. Like, I know it's 10. I know it's 10. That's a start, girl. You got to start somewhere. I'm just saying, I'm probably never going to be a regular first lady. I'm never going to be prim and proper, but I'm always going to be there for the youth. I mean, because I got a childlike quality about me. I don't know if that's good or bad. It's probably not that good being that I'm 40, but Pastor, this is not the place or the time. You better be glad, too. You better be glad we're in the house of the Lord. My journey was totally different. I went from being someone who didn't care anything about church to, it's my thing now. I like it. And young people, whether y'all know it or not, the Bible is kind of lit. Because you know the Bible was the first hood. Girl, the Bible was the first ghetto. Just read it. I'm learning. The Ark, Harlot, what his name is, baby? Rahab, Ahab, Meshach, Abednego, all them folks. The Bible is the first hood. It is. That's Revelation. That's the Old Testament. Okay. Let it go. But I was doing good. It's okay. I'm sorry, baby. I'm just saying, you, I'm the perfect example. You don't have to be perfect to come into church. You don't have to be perfect to praise, and you don't have to be perfect to be here. The hospital is for sick people. So what they tell you, all these well folks up here, they good. They got their section in heaven. It's for people who need it. We need healing. We need church. We need this. We still growing. We learning. We need this. We need this. I need this. I'm going to tell you why I need church. Because I'm a little ghetto sometimes. I'm a little hood. I need something that's going to help me not throat punch my coworker in her neck round Wednesday. I need something to feed my spirit so I won't chop my coworker in her neck. Because, you know, I'm still working. I'm a level 1 Christian. You know, but my favorite disciple is Peter. And you know why I like Peter? Why I like Peter? Why I like Peter? Why I like... Tell them why I like Peter, baby.
He could.
He cussed and he cut people. That's why I like Peter. He was imperfect. And I like imperfect people. So, I need a pastor that's going to feed my soul and make me get through the rest of the week. I don't need nobody who just going to come up here and judge me, make me feel bad, make me feel worse about my iniquities. I know preachers love to say, if it hits you, it must be for you. Well, today don't hit me, Pastor. I'm already going through some things now. Just feed my soul. Get me through the week. Don't single me out. Don't make me feel bad. I just want my soul fed, and that's the mode I'm in right now. I want my soul fed. Right now, I'm learning. I'm growing. I want my soul fed. I want you to give me something. I need to make it through. I need to get by. And I'm just trying to get by. And young folks, come and get by every Sunday. Don't let nobody stop you from coming to get by. Get your by, baby. Don't let nobody stop you from getting your by. Come on in here. Girl, your hair laid. Come on in here. After you get your hair laid, come on in here Sunday. Let them put a little oil on. Don't let them put too much because it'll make your wig slide back. You don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want that slide back on your lace front. I do got some suggestions for the church, though. I feel like we all wearing lace fronts right now, and Pastor love to put that oil. Y'all love that oil in the church. So I feel like in the suggestion box, we should just, everybody who wearing their wigs, we can lightly mist our hair with some holy water because y'all be putting too much oil right there. Slide my wig back. I don't like that. I don't know how I feel. Just lightly mist my head. Okay? Okay, you got me? Don't do all that. So, all I want y'all to know is like, I have been a believer, and I've been a non-believer and a believer. But boy, I can tell you my life has been far more blessed being a believer than it has been a non-believer. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I ain't gonna tell you no lie, girl. When I done got a promotion on my job, being there 2 months, what you say, baby? When I tell you blessings happen, once I start believing and just trying, see, God give you favor for just trying. Just trying. Putting forth the effort means something to God. See, you ain't got to do it perfect. You ain't got to do it right. But if you just trying from your heart, he going to give you favor. And I know he say, Lord, look at her down there. Look at her. She done came a long way. Let me bless her right quick because, baby, she done came along. When I tell you favor come with faith, when you have some faith, he going to put some favor on you. And I tell you, when my favor came, blessings just overflowing everywhere. And I'm not here to sway nobody's beliefs. And I tell somebody that quick, I'm not here to change nobody's life. But I can tell you, I done been on both sides of the fence. And this side, I have been so much more blessed than on that other side. Now, I'm still working on some things. Sometimes I get angry. Sometimes I get upset. Sometimes I feel like I just don't want to deal with it. Sometimes I get mad. But I can always sit down, calm down, center myself, and pray, and I feel better about it. I don't know all the songs in the hymn book. I don't know if you quiz me, do a Bible quiz, they having Bible trivia, don't put me on your team, you're going to lose. I just know Bible study on Wednesday, and I probably need to go more. It's going to. All I want y'all to know is we losing y'all. We losing y'all, and we need y'all. We need y'all more than ever. You know, it used to be smiling faces of young children everywhere in this church. Now, it's like you see you sprinkled in every now and then. And then if you're here, I don't want you to feel like you're forced to be here. I want you to be here, happy to be here, have a smile on your face. But also the church got to remember, they got to give you something to be here for that you can relate to, something that you like. Sometimes they forget about y'all. But at that point in time, you know what you got to realize? Y'all matter too in this church. Speak up. Speak up. Your voice means something. So if they doing something that y'all don't like here, or you feel like you need to do something extra, guess what? I don't think it's now time that you couldn't go to house and say, hey, this ain't right. I want something done. I like it this way. I want to do it this way. And I'm quite sure he'll adjust. Y'all matter too. Like we need y'all more than y'all need us. You just don't know it. So with that being said, I just want y'all to know that you don't, religion, your relationship with God is not about the way you look. It's not about how many scriptures you know. It's not about how you dress. It's not about how many Sundays you attend. It's not how many times you hear. It's not how many committees you on. It's not how many times you sung in the choir. Your relationship with God is your relationship with God. Your personal relationship with God. Do you need to be in church to have a personal relationship with God? Yeah. Yeah. You know why? Because all sheep need a shepherd. You need somebody to lead you. Yeah, we can study on our own, but I need somebody to guide me. If you let me study by myself, I'm going to be all over them books. I ain't going to get nothing right. My syllabus going to be all messed up. I need some guidance. You can't let me study by myself. Yes, you need to be here. Yes, you need to be. Yeah, you could study at home. Yeah, you could watch probably TV in. Yes, Joel Osteen. Ain't going to move your phone. Oh, probably shouldn't have said that. But yeah, you need to be in the church. You need to feel the spirit. You need to feel the movement in the building. And we need y'all here. So, anytime that y'all feeling like they not hearing y'all here, y'all can call Flame. I got a J plug too if y'all need it. Don't just call me for the Jordan plug though. I feel like y'all too gonna use it. I'll bring my phone just for that. You too. You suspect. So, with that being said, come to church. Be happy to be here. We need you here. We need more of y'all here. We need y'all to bring y'all friends here. We need you. If you happen to walk by the church mother and she giving you a dirty look because you got on your ripped jeans, you know what you do? You keep on walking to your pew and you sit down and you praise God and you pray for her. And next Christmas you get the church mother some ripped jeans. And older people in the church, can y'all bring that judgment down a little bit? just a tad bit, welcome the people in. Welcome the new generation in. Because if you don't, you're going to run them away and the church will be extinct soon. If you don't have someone else fostering in the new wave, there will be no wave. And with that being said, I'm done, y'all. Thank y'all for having me.
Somebody give God a praise for the woman of God. Amen. Come on.